Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update over at the Battle of Bakhmut. And the biggest news is the Wagner private military contractors, particularly led by PRIGOZHIN, their boss, has made a video statement putting on his Telegram channel, which is also his press service, putting out a statement saying that they have fully captured Bakhmut city. And this is not yet acknowledged by the Ukrainian side, not by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, nor by pro-Ukrainian sources. And the pro-Ukrainian sources are still talking about very heavy fighting. But in terms of the Russian source, everybody points to the Prigozhin statement and claim that this is the end of the Bakhmut battle. Given Prigozhin's mixed record in terms of credibility, I do think that that is most likely true, given the fact that we have analyzed this in previous videos, that the Ukrainians would find it nearly impossible to hold a position given the strategic disadvantage that they themselves are in, due to the Russian advances. If so, the current mapping from Ryba, the pro-Russian source, is actually looks like this on the western part, where the Russian forces have already moved down the dirt road along the reservoir, and they have also taken over the entire forest line on the western part of Bakhmut city. In fact, they have also stretched out into this area here, which looks like cemetery to me. I'm not sure, maybe these are dachas or something. And according to the information, let me draw the Ukrainian withdrawal first. The withdrawal out all towards Ivaniski, and there is also already information coming from Remlin 21, the pro-Russian source, saying that based on his sources, the Russian forces are already building defense line within the city to prepare for the Ukrainian counteroffensive, which definitely will come. In the closing battles, so I overlaid the map, probably you can see better. This is the mapping that I reported in the previous quick update on the Bakhmut city, and you can see that the Russian forces have moved this way. They have moved into the forest line, and they have actually captured the rest of the city after heavy bombardments that the Ukrainians cannot basically hold, especially given the city buildings here. The city buildings here has largely been destroyed by airstrikes, and the Ukrainians themselves blew up one of the buildings themselves. So it's basically not as fortified as it was before. And just the closing battle actually was fought along the Tchaikovskogo Street, reported by Surya Maps, as they move closer and closer towards this logistic hub in this area here. And by the final battle, it was a Ukrainian counter-attack in the plain area, the plain monument area, the MiG-17 plain monument area, where the final battle was being fought. And in this final battle, the Ukrainians actually launched, let me wipe this. The Ukrainians actually launched a massive counterattack against the Russian positions. According to Remlin 21, the pro-Russian source, they say that, based on his sources, the source told him that the plain area is actually very difficult to capture because the Ukrainians keep sending forces into the battle. And according to the anecdote, they say that every time you kill a few, twice as many appear. And they also say that 90% of these are foreign mercenaries. So they say at the moment the Ukrainians are holding their position, and sometimes they are counterattacking. Very difficult in the southwest area of Bakhmut. So this information comes on the 20th of May, and this actually mix up, more or less in the same time. If I click through, you can see that the time was Singapore time 7:51. Let me check 7:51 p.m. Ukraine SGT to Ukraine time. Let me check. Let's say 7 p.m. It was 8 p.m. So it was around 3 p.m. This information came out on 3 p.m. However, Prigozhin say that they have captured from 12 noon. So there is some kind of a contradiction in terms of this information. It could be the case where Prigozhin or the Wagner forces is actually prematurely declaring victory over in Bakhmut. So which is why I'm still gonna wait for official statement coming out from the Russian Defense Ministry or the Ukrainian Defense Ministry in order to verify the actual capture of the city. And anyway, the pro-Ukrainian sources also have not acknowledged this. In terms of like Deep State UA's mapping, it remains like this. Obviously, they're delaying the information, but we do have to do due diligence. We cannot just take Prigozhin's word for it, because he has been proven to be, sometimes not very honest. And but as far as I can tell, it's unlikely that the Ukrainians will be able to hold the defense over this area here, because this is just way too small. And given the fact that the Wagner forces can now concentrate all the artillery in one position, holding all these positions, you are just going to get shelled to death. Like, there's no way you can survive this kind of shelling concentrated in one area. So redrawing away from this area here and into the forest line and then cross over to the next forest line is likely to be the most likely thing that the Ukrainian forces is likely to do. So let me undo the so the otherwise there is rumors already from pro-Russian side talking about Ukrainians preparing for counterattack, but the Wagner forces, according to Prigozhin's statement, is that they will retreat out of Bakhmut. They will be redeployed into the rear and to regroup, to rest, to recuperate after a hard-fought 7 months battle just for Bakhmut city itself, not including all the battles before that, from all the way from Popasna, or from Popasna, where's Popasna now? Yeah, all the way from Popasna. So wrong color. From Popasna all the way to Bakhmut. And funny thing is, the distance is merely 25 kilometers. If you drive, this wouldn't even take half an hour. So yeah, that's the nature of war, and so this is just how it is. Wagner forces, I suspect, may not have the right to leave as per they want to. They can't leave without permission from the Russian Defense Ministry. As per previously, they demanded to leave. The Russian Defense Ministry vetoed it, and they had to stay because they cannot leave. If they leave, it's considered treason, so they can't leave. So it could be the same thing here at this moment as well. If the Russian Defense Ministry feels that they are not ready to send in forces to replace the Wagner forces to do the defensive around Bakhmut, then they will actually force the Wagner forces to stay. And on top of that, there is also rumors that Kromove might have been captured by the Russian forces, which is believable given that the entire line here has been lost. There is almost no reasons to hold Kromove, and it's not holdable at all. The fighting was reported by Kremlin, saying that the Kromove, the Ukrainian forces at Kromove fell, and they are being sandwiched from three sides and are evacuating chaotically under artillery shelling. So it remains to be seen. There might be a possibility that the Ukrainian forces are withdrawing from Kromove as well, and the next defense line will be at Ivaniske. Ivaniske so far has proven to be pretty reliable, very strong. The Russian forces have problem capturing Ivaniske, so Ivaniske is going to be another hard nut to crack, because the Russian forces had always been just at most is this area. This is as far as they can go. They never really penetrate into the town itself. Maybe they don't want to, or maybe they can't. Either way, the forces that will have to storm Ivaniske is most likely not the Wagner forces, which would then be the regular Russian forces or the airborne VTV, which may not actually have the kind of capability to do it. Or it could be the Chechen forces, which are crazy enough to do it, the Bakhmut Special Force. So that would be something a bit more closer to what the Wagner forces are. Anyway, this is the quick update over at the situation at Bakhmut, at the Battle of Bakhmut. I will not declare Bakhmut captured yet. It is claimed to be captured by the Russian forces as per the Wagner announcement. But however, on DPA side, until there is an official statement coming from the Russian Defense Ministry, probably within the next 12 hours, or from the Ukrainian side, be it Deep State UA, the pro-Ukrainian source, or by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like the Russians have captured Bakhmut city. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next update.